The one concurrent viewer I've got, I've just realised I left my microphone on. Special little treat. I'm going to make a coffee because it's been a crazy 45 minutes or a couple of hours, to be honest. I'll see you soon. Well, hello there and welcome back to FPL Focus. This is attempt number 2, or probably 3 to be honest with you. Just didn't know about the first one. Earlier doors this morning. Let me know, am I echoing? Is there a big echo going on in the background? Lovely to find that one out. It wasn't when I was recording it. Got me a little brew on the go here. I don't know how much we're going to get through today. I just know we are, 45 minutes from deadline. And yeah, I'm running late, so I haven't got much time to go through everything like I first wanted to. And to be honest, most people are probably with the big boys right now anyway. I've had to go. My eldest has used all the milk. Yes, I know. That's very frustrating. Using all of the milk on her cereal. So, it's no coffee. I'm on a fruity beverage in my special I Love FPL mug. Right, let's have a look and see what we're going to talk about then, shall we? First off, I need to know, is there any echo? Gonna have a look at my team. So let's go and see what we are looking at this week then. So the show contents are as follows: team review, league update, team of the week. We have got literally 1 to 2 minutes to spend on each of these things. So not long at all. I don't know how quality the content's going to be, but yeah, let's go for it, eh? League update, team of the week, league analysis, elite ownership, match by match review of game week 22, press conference summary, best fixtures analysis, transfer trends, points prediction, Aritravo's top 3 picks for the game week, every weekly differential punt, my watch list, my transfers live, captaincy, my final team selection, and then if we've got any time at the end of that, which I very much doubt now. Sorry, guys. Your draft review, if you wanted me to review it, and your questions and answers. So, yeah, a lot to sort of get through in 43 minutes. Let's just start going for it, but we'll go through it at a breakneck speed. Have a sip of me brew. Let's go. If you have joined me, do let me know. Is there echo on the stream now? Hence why I'm running late, as the earlier stream did have some. So quick look at my team. So in between, let's get rid of that window, open that one. There we go. My game week, 87 points. Very happy with that. Mitoma or Rashford this week? I mean, they're both great players, aren't they, mate? Fixture. You've just thrown me, but great to have you on board, Youssef. See, Rashford's got the blank, hasn't he? But then Motoma's got the blank as well. Are you full up? Are you tripled up already on the others, on City and Arsenal? If so, Leeds away, Leicester at home. Probably Rashford over Mitoma. I think he's got to have a bit of a break at some point. He's just been smashing it, hasn't he? Crystal Palace away, Fulham at home. I think they're tougher. Rashford for me over those two, mate. But please make your own mind up. Quickly looking through my team then. So Kepa in goal has absolutely smashed it in recent weeks. Absolutely doing bits for everybody. 10, 9, 10. 3 returns in a row. So how long can that continue? Might be a possibility for a transfer at some point soon. Trippier not doing as well. Last week, didn't get a return. You know, terrible for him. If you see how he has been performing, it's been return after return. So, to be fair, he was due a break. But is that indicative of Newcastle at this minute in time? I said I thought they might take a little dip in form. Was that their dip in form? Will they be back this week? We shall see. Shaw still doing all right, although he could be my transfer this game week with that blank on the horizon. White, Arsenal. Obviously, they didn't do very well against the mighty Everton. Thank you very, very much. It's about time we had a win. I haven't had one since October. Not asked about my FPL team. Everton beating the league leaders like that, to be totally honest with you. Apologies for the bad language. Didn't mean to. Mitoma, still doing bits. I captained Fernandes over Rashford, me and the big nose monkey. If you're on the stream, mate. We went for Fernandes. Didn't quite work out for us. We both lost 8 points each by doing that. But there you go. You win some, you lose some. That's the way it goes. I just had the feeling with penalties over 2 game weeks that Fernandes might get one. And if he had, it wouldn't have been much in it either, to be honest with you. But there we go. De Bruyne, I think he's due his return this week. So he's going nowhere from my team. Rashford, Martinelli, Haaland, Kane, I'm happy to say. I was debating whether to sell Kane for Nonto last week, but didn't. And they got the same amount of points with Harry Kane on 1 game week as well. So quite happy with that. But I do think Nonto will be on my radar for a bench boost before wildcard in the coming game weeks. I do think so. Right. That's how I'm at. How am I looking for this game week? Well, I haven't made my transfers yet. This is how I'm currently lined up. As you can see, the debate is now whether to bring in another Arsenal player for someone else, basically. I could bring in... I'm thinking, my thoughts are basically to bring in an Arsenal player for a Man United player. I'm going to keep Mitoma. I like him. I'm tripled up on United. Had a little bit of a wobble, possibly, midweek. Oh, great to hear. It's perfect now. Jesus Christ. Aritravo. Sorry, excuse my blasphemy. What a nightmare. And now I've got to try and do loads in a very short space of time. So those are my initial thoughts. Let's see where I get to by the end of the stream. Oh, right, what are we on? Team of the week. Aritravo Ardi right on cue, because if we go and have a look at the league for this week and persons wanting to win, you see me drinking out of mine a minute ago, the I Love FPL mug, posted anywhere worldwide, so you too can sit with me as an FPL lover, but someone who's proven it, somebody who has won the Who Really Lovesit League and earn your cup. Not like me, just paid for it. So I'm up to 35th. We have a new league leader, ABCDEFC. Raniel Thomason hit the century this game week. Top of the league. Who's in his team? Played his triple captain. Must have been on Rashford. Yep, still with De Bruyne in the team. And Mitrovic. And Ketia not doing it. But Arrizabalaga, Kepa doing it there in goal. Triple captain on Rashford. Fernandez getting you a score there as well. Let's go back to the... back that one. And back that one. So well done to you, Raniel, taking top points. And also got a 14-point lead at the top there. Abdullah, well, hey, mate, just right on cue. Hey to you too, my friend. Up into second. I know you want that cup. It's coming. Possibly. And then my good old friend, great player, 125 points. And could well have been team of the week this week, apart from Aritravo. What a fantastic week for him he's had there. Nonto, 11 points. I thought he had 8. I do apologise. That must have been before bonus. Maybe I should have brought him in last week. I've been talking about him for weeks, haven't I? There we go. But what a fantastic week for Al there. Currently, I think, unless things have changed after a week like that, I doubt it. Currently tussling with the all-time record for league performance overall with the Premier Fantasy Tools tool in our league with Al, with him and Aritravo. So he's up into third. I mean, if he gets the cup, I've just got to give it him. Saves on postage, but hey, I will post it worldwide. I'm sure you're going to do your best to get it. But yeah, our previous league leader, Mark Williams, dropping down the ranks. That triple captain really playing a part last week. And all these people overtaking him with their centuries. So down into 6th, Mark. Let's see what you've got moving forward. Jumping up, and here is our team of the week. Klopp's troops, Aritravo Audi. Let's see who he's got in goal. So Alisson in goal. I'm interested if you're going to stick with him. Double game week on the horizon. I imagine you will. But a fantastic return there from Ben Mee, mate. 13 points. Fantastic. Well done you, sir. And bringing in Nonso, just like Al as well. So maybe I shouldn't have been so hesitant on him. I had the money for him. I had the transfer. I rolled because I didn't know who to leave out. Maybe I should have seen the Sean Dyche effect at Everton and dropped Martinelli to the bench like I think Al did. But I just worried a little bit. You know, the old Everton bias kicking in a different sense. Yeah, probably not getting behind them enough. So, absolutely fantastic game week there for you, Aritravo. Well done, my friend. I see you brought Mudryk in as well. Interesting to see how he settles in. You've had it since game week 20. Well done, mate. Well done. Been smashing it for you then. Let's see. I know you've gone early on Chelsea as well with Mudryk, I see. And kept hold of Patterson, who is now, by the way, back in training. Right, what have we looked at so far? So we've looked at, right, some quick look and see what's been going on in the league. Let's go and have a look and see a mini league analyzer. Let's see who is top then. Aritravo or Al. It's a bit of a battle for the continued spot, to be honest with you. Two great players. I'll hope you're not watching because I'm not here to kiss your ass, my friend. Who Really Loves It League is up to 50. If you want to join the league, link is in the description below. Boom, boom, boom. When is the deadline? 11 o'clock, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, 11 o'clock, mate. 35 minutes. Good to have you on board, mate. So, manager of the week, there he is, Aritravo, just been talking about it. Usama, falling 10 places. Hope you have a better week this week, Usama. Best transfers this week. Well done, Ken Miles, mate. Long-time league member. Gathering 24 net points on your transfers. Awesome stuff. Best team value, Tom Simpkins, 104.5. Can you make that count? And best all-time rank, as we can see, it is a very close battle. Al currently swiffing at 25,000 for his overall all-time rank. Well done, Al. Disappointing game week, mate. Did you do a I feel for you. I know we should have gone for Rashford like everybody else, shouldn't we? That would have been and made things a little bit better. As you can see, Rashford was the most captain. 34 out of 44 of our teams didn't go for it. Me and you, Big Nose Monkey, didn't. Haaland is still in all but one team in this league. Most transferred in was Fernandes. Interestingly, I'm thinking about transferring him out this game week. And most transferred out was De Bruyne. Whistle stop talk. Let's have a quick look at ownership. In fact, rather than just go through that one there, we've got like a template team down the bottom. We've just talked about the captain selections. Four of us went for Fernandes. 4 stuck with Haaland. The mini league template looks like this. Goalkeepers: Ward, Arrizabalaga, Kepa, De Gea, Everson. Interestingly, I think this is the position that has really opened up this last game week. Defenders: Trippier, Shaw, White, Patterson, Nico Williams. Playing at left midfield, so I think anybody who's held on to him, not a bad option and possibly a consideration moving forward. Somebody to keep an eye on for definite. You know, Forest have really tightened up at home. Certainly with Bueno not getting the same amount of minutes, maybe that's a transfer back. And Gabriel in 16% of the teams. He's a possibility for me today. You did Patterson to Gabriel. Oh, mate. Sorry. Yes, the mighty Blues. We needed that, mate. We needed that. Everton survival comes before Livesy Loves It FC, I've got to say. Oh, I'm running out of breath. This is what happens when I'm running short on time. Still got half an hour, though. But I don't know what to do with my transfers. So, might need some help as we get closer. Still owned in most of the teams. Haaland, 98. Kane. I think that's increased. Mitrovic still in 43% of teams. I thought he looked ordinary. Got to be honest. And Ketia, 27% of teams. Tony, 27% of teams. Don't forget, Mitrovic had 4 penalties he's converted. I mean, he took 7, but he converted 4. And they had more penalties than any other team in that first half of the season. So I just wonder if Fulham are going to get as many in the second half of the season. These things tend to average themselves out. So that's my reason for not backing him at this moment in time. Let us know, Big Nose Monkey, Fulham fan, what you think. So, differentials, less than 10%. Kepa, still a differential in our league. Patterson. Bueno, Cucurella, Everson. Okay, so Kepa is the biggest differential. Oh, no. Lots of people in our league owning him. I do apologise. 8.3% overall. So those of us who have been doing that, well done. Did you copy me? Or did I copy you? Right, so what's next on the list? I've actually gone one step ahead. Rather than keep clicking out, I've printed it out this week. Hey, check me out. Let's have a quick discussion then about the games from last game week, because I've got notes on every single one, and this is a point where you can, let me just put back my team on there as it sort of stands at the moment, just whilst we sort of discuss the games from last game week. Let me just bring up my notes here. So I've gone through game by game, and this is the point where I want your participation, particularly if you've watched the whole game. do let us know what you think. So, obviously, we had the midweek encounter with Leeds and Man United, and we'll come to them at the end. But Arsenal, for me, last week, my take on them was it's just a bad day at the office for them. Martinelli, I think, I've written down here, Martinelli's a sell for me now. But to Odegaard, let's see if I do that today. I do have 2 transfers. There's only one bad game, and we've just got to remember what Arsenal have done this season. You're keeping Mitchell the Tiger. Fair play. Harris, welcome to the stream. Mahrez and White, or Saka and Lewis? Ooh. Mahrez and White or Saka and Lewis. Right, my opinion, your choice would be Saka and Lewis. Although I could end up with Mahrez and White. We'll see what happens in a bit. But straight off the bat, my initial thought, anybody in the comments wants to help with that, any watching, then please do help Harris out. What do you think, guys? So that's it with Arsenal for me. They're still a go-to team. They're still top of the league, one of the best attacking teams in the league. They just came up against hardcore Everton in Sean Dyche style. There ain't many teams in the league that are going to be that'll be like that. Everton, however, what a superb performance, even with my blue tinted glasses on. Pickford, as you'll see in a bit, is on my watch list. Pope, when he played for Sean Dyche at Burnley, was phenomenal. And I think the Everton defence are one to watch under Sean Dyche, to be honest with you. We looked solid. And we went playing that 3 in midfield with Garner and Onana and Decore. It just looked like a team that we were defending from midfield. Yeah, but allowing, they were taking it in turns that one of those 3 kept breaking forward as well, so to support Dom. And once we'd started the game and we'd settled into it, we pushed our wide men up a little bit further as well. So it was like a 4-5-1, but one of the middle 3 kept supporting the striker. And then the 2 on the outside almost kept cutting into sort of like almost become a bit of a 4-3-3 at times as well. But there was lots of crosses going in the box. Big Dom does have a hamstring. I certainly wouldn't be looking to bring in any attacking assets from Everton at this moment in time. But if you've got Patterson in your team on your bench, he's back training. He's your budget option. He's your bench option, isn't he? I don't think there's any rush to get him out. I don't think he'll play this week, but next week, I think he will be back, to be honest with you. Although Seamus Coleman had a great game, but he's just a bit older, isn't he? I don't think he does that a lot moving forward. That's my Everton. Maybe after Liverpool, because they're away at Anfield, don't have the best record there. But then Liverpool, that brings me to them not just nicely. They're just terrible at this minute in time. And unfortunately, I do apologise to Liverpool fans. It's not a, Everton-Liverpool thing. They're overpriced players for what you're going to get for your return at this moment in time. There's a lot better value out there for what they're returning. Is he back training? He is back training, Patterson. Yes, mate. Back on the pitch. But he's not ready yet, apparently. Wolves, they're looking resurrected, to be fair, under Bruno. Maybe Dawson's an option for defence. But I'm not running there because there's just better options with the double game weeks at the moment in time. Villa, when I've watched those, anybody else wants to comment on these games? The Villa Leicester game, I really like the look of Buendia. Lots of great shots on target, and Villa's fixtures do improve in a couple of game weeks, if I remember rightly. But also Bailey and Watkins all looked lively. Defence isn't an option, though. Anybody else? What do you think? I've underlined Buendia, so it must be when I've been watching that game that Buendia was the best of those 3 players. You've already transferred him out. Well, maybe it'll work for you, mate. Maybe it'll work. Who knows? We shall see. And then Leicester, I really like the look of Tete. He looks like an interesting player. Certainly a differential at this moment in time. We're all looking for one of those every so often. Maybe as Mitoma becomes more owned, as he drops off and becomes more of a marked man, then, when people come wise to those tactics, because this is what seems to happen with football. Tactics needs to change and adapt because, other teams get used to you. maybe he's the player to bring in the near future. But there's quite a few in that midfield. I mean, we've just mentioned Tete, for example. Mudryk, Felix is back now, or is he down as a striker? What we mustn't do with Leicester is, because also back from injury for me, Maddison, we know he can deliver when he's on form as well. So just keeping an eye on those fixtures for Leicester. When they turn good, those are a couple of players that could well be interesting. Man United, Casemiro, what a key player to be missing. They missed him midweek, I do believe. What a key player to be missing. And also Van der Beek's out. Also Eriksen's out injured. McTominay's out injured. They're just not looking as strong in midfield. And maybe, just maybe, that'll push me towards transferring Shaw out for an extra Arsenal defender this game week, and go in two Arsenal defenders at the back. Although who I'd then rest? Do I rest Fernandes? I don't know. I still don't know what to do. I've only got 20 odd minutes to go. Let's move on quickly. Palace, no standout options for me. Newcastle, Wilson's getting a run of fixtures now. And we know once he starts playing with penalties, he can be a great return. A great player to return some assets. Gordon looked lively when he came on. Certainly one worth keeping an eye on. But also, if you're an Almiron owner, I think that's a little bit of a worry. Because you don't spend £45 million on a player to keep him on the bench. And I think he plays in that right attacking midfield spot, that right forward three. Unless they play as a number 10. We shall see. We shall see as time moves on. West Ham, Paqueta is currently their best player. An improved performance from West Ham, which you sort of expect a bit of that from David Moyes, to be honest with you. That win against Everton will have given them a bit of a bounce. Watching Brentford, it was Mbeumo that stood out. Tony was unlucky late on. And what I will say about Tony is he goes a few weeks without a blank and he's due a haul. Is he due a haul this game week? It's a tough week to bring him in with the doubles. I get that, but maybe next game week. Although they then got a blank. But he's due a haul, and mark my words, he will get a haul this week or next week before he goes on the blank. It's just whether you can afford to bring him in. I've got Southampton. I've just got avoid in capital letters. Manager's head is going absent without leave. But none. By all means, do feel free to jump in on the comments here if you've got one. Let me know what you think about these games and these teams. For Brighton, obviously they've got the blank coming up. Mitoma is still looking great. Late winner specialist he's turning out to be. And what I will say is I do like this manager, De Zerbi, for Brighton. I like the look of this team under this manager. He seems to be getting out the best out of his players. Ferguson's back training and available again as well. So yeah, it's just their blank coming up, isn't it? In 25, but certainly from game week 26 onwards, they are a team to have in consideration. Bournemouth, target them for goal scoring opportunities. So if there's a team playing against them, then they could likely be getting some goals up against Bournemouth. Not looking great. Gary O'Neill looking out of his depth, to be fair, bless him. Chelsea, James has now returned and is playing for the team. So that is definitely someone to be keeping an eye on. We know how he can return. It's whether he keeps his fitness. Let's see him keep some fitness first. I'm not worried about missing out a few points because I kept transferring him in and out half of last season, half of this season, and yeah, I'm not going there just yet. Let's see him get some consistency first. Excuse me. Also back for Chelsea today. Not playing last week. We have João Felix available, which makes things a little bit interesting. And I think Chelsea could be looking to come into a bit of form. As you can see, Aritravo, team of the week, has already gone on Mudryk. He's anticipating them points coming in sooner rather than later. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gone for him, I'm sure. And Kepa has just been superb in goal. 3 great returns in the last 3 weeks. Been great since game week 17, since he's come back. I'd say Fulham are still looking solid-ish, to be fair, without being a huge threat. And for me, sorry, mate, I've got Mitrovic down as being Very ordinary. Not, lots of, getting a few chances, but yeah, sorry, mate. Let me know if you think it's different, everybody. But with 43% of the teams in our league owning him, I've got to give a review on him. But it's just my opinion. You tell me whatever else you think, people. Spurs, Kane is still Mr. Consistent, isn't he? And that's it for me. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, actually, Fraser Forster in goal, 3.9%. If he starts this game week, then he's a fantastic option as your second keeper. I currently have Everson, and he will be tempting for me to go for. If not this week, in the coming game weeks, as I look to bench boost before a wild card in game week 29. I plan to go into basically dead end into 27, free hit in 28 when there's be a big double game week. And then wild card in game week 29. And I'm also hoping to get my bench boost out of the way in the next coming game weeks as well. Maybe around game week 27, 28. Before that final wild card where I leave no money on my bench. So, yeah, I'm going to be looking in the coming game weeks to add money to my bench a little bit and have a full playing squad. Nonto, here I come, I think. Forest. Oh, no, let's have a look. Let's go back. Spurs. So, City, no KDB start. Does that bode well? Does it bode well? I think it does. Okay, the other argument is he out of form? He's not been delivering as many assists, shall we say. He's still only had 11 this season, but better than any other player in the league in the season as a whole. But it's not been firing on all cylinders since the return. But I think, personally, this is his game week. This is the one where he smashes it. Let's have a look. Where am I? Let's just have a look at the comments. Abdullah, Leicester look much better with Maddison when he comes in. They tend to keep more clean sheets as well and win more. Yes, they do, mate. I totally agree with you. He's like their main man, isn't he? But it's nice to see that Tete is... he's another option there. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. But I just don't think it's time to go this week. Not with the double. I think that's where the funds need to be going. Tete from Fulham is a good option. Okay, mate. I've not got him down on my list, to be honest with you. But thanks for sharing that, my friend. A Fulham fan. Forest Navas is looking solid. I don't know how many points he ended up with, but he's surely got to have been double digits. And I like the look of him. And Johnson for Forest continues to improve. Gibbs White looking like he's a one of the first names on the team sheet for me for Forest as well. So this Forest team is stabilising now, isn't it? I think less and less changes are coming on a weekly basis for them. We're getting to understand how they're looking. And very interesting also, £3.9 million defender Nico Williams, whilst he started the game at right back, finished the game at left midfield. Interesting to see where he starts this game week, but he could be a fantastic £3.9 million bench option, particularly when Forest are playing at home, because their clean sheet record at home has certainly picked up in the last few game weeks, and or their expected goals conceded has anyway. And then that brings us to Leeds, who Nonto was the centre of everything. This was up against Forest, and I've just got down to avoid all others. And then going to our midweek game, Leeds versus Man U, sticking with Leeds. Again, Nonto looking to be the best budget forward, I think, bar none. If that's who you're in the market for this week, I don't think there's anywhere else to be looking at. They'll have a new manager soon as well, so you can imagine that new manager bounce. And he just looks like a little stick of dynamite, doesn't he? I love it. I love a little player that's good like that. But he's stocky as well, so he looks quite hard. I like the look of him. I've got to be honest with you. He's not going to be at Leeds if he carries on like this come the end of the summer. I wonder where he'll end up. That's my view anyway. Let me know what you think. And then Man United. Sancho is one to watch. Now he's back, comes on and scores. And then the Shaw assist again in this game. It really got me debating whether I sort of take him out of my team this game week. Right, that is the game by game. What are we on now? 46. I need to go to... I've done the match by match review. The press conference summary. I'm going to bring it up if you want to see it. Let me share the link here. I'm going to share it. If you want to go and read it, I haven't got time to go through it, but I have mentioned what I thought would be like some of the things along the way as I've gone through the team there. I posted the link there for you if you want to go and have a look at it while you're listening to me in the background. I posted that in the comments just now, as you can see. Best fixtures, transfer trends, points prediction. Right, let's go and have a look at transfers. I need to go and focus on my team now. Let's go and have a look at what I will do first, actually, is let me close this down. I'll share with you what my watch list looks like. Let's see if this works today. And I'll share with you Aritravo's top 3 picks for game week 23 and Evie's weekly differential punts as well. Here we go. So, it's not the fastest because I got lots of stuff going on in the background. Time for a little bit of a breather because I've clicked the button. It's coming, I promise you. So this was my watch list last week, last game week. I didn't have time to update it last game week, so this is from 2 weeks ago, really. Pope, Sanchez and Martinez, and this is where it's at now. Sorry it's taken so long. It's because it's based online, I think. Pickford, Navas and Forster make it for me this week. Why isn't that showing on the screen? There we go. God, that took its time, didn't it? Okay, as you can see, there they are. With Pickford topping the list for me as the mighty blue that he is. I have to start clicking this button before I need it. So, as we move on to defenders, I'll do the same again. I'll show you who was on the watch list for last game week. Wilson or Mitrovic? Wilson, for me, out of those two. Just an opinion. Make your own choice. If we had a bit more time, I would look. This is who is now on my watch list for this game week. James for Chelsea. Shah at Newcastle and Estupinian at Brighton. Although, before this deadline goes, I may well bring in a Arsenal defender. I've not been watching one for the simple reason is I don't really want to... I think I want to double up on the Arsenal attack. I've got not long to make these choices now. Let's go. Midfielders. So, these are the people that were on last game week. Rate my team. Mark Bryan, Kepa, Ake, Trippier, Botman, Rashford, Bruno, Saka, Odegaard, Haaland, Kane and Ketia. I'll give 8 out of 10 for that, mate. Well done. Lovely looking team. You've got your City, you've got some Arsenal in there for the double game week. So this was the midfielders. Oh, come on. This was the midfielders for last game week. No, this is where I'm up to. It's just jumping. I'll take it. It's jumping. Not a problem. It's where I need to be. Odegaard is still 5 hearts for me. He's had a great season. I know Vieira came on for him. I think he was just tired. But they've had a week to rest. And he is pivotal for them. A couple of days off. I think he'll have been given a bit of love this week from Mickey. And, yeah, I think he'll be back firing all cylinders this game week. And it's a double game week. He's got 2 game weeks this week to hit it. Mahrez, Tete, these are players I've discussed. Gibbs White, Bailey, Paqueta, Mudryk, Felix, Sancho, all on my watch list. And in rank order there as well. As you can see, there is a possibility Mahrez makes it into the team this week. So, forwards. Let's click that button. How long have we got? I've only got 10 minutes. If the site goes down and I don't get to make my transfer, I'm going to be mortified. But I feel like I sort of like owe a little bit to the people who've put in a little bit of work behind the scenes and got involved. So that comes first. Nonto, 4 hearts, is my top choice for a forward now. Bear in mind, I've got Kane and Haaland in my team already. Tony drops down to 3 hearts due to their blank. Not Leeds. I've got a double game week coming up as well. Ferguson, Watkins have made my list also. Okay, on to Aritravo's weekly top 3 picks, where he sends in his top 3 picks of the week. Al, if you're watching, as the current all-time best rank, would you like to join in and send in yours on a weekly basis as well? And I'll put mine up. And we'll have the 3 of us putting them on a weekly basis and see how we do. Defender, Rico Lewis. I think that's an interesting one. Makes me want to start him. Midfield, Marcus Rashford. Interested on a single game week. And forward, Harry Kane also on a single game week. So, interesting choices from our good friend, Aritravo. Howdy there. But those are the top 3 players. 1 for each position he thinks are going to score the highest points this game week. So, many, many thanks for those. Let's move on. Evie's weekly differential punts. And I'm going to be making a panic transfer in a moment. I'm not even going to have time to run a poll. 10.51. I'm probably just... I think I might just make one. So last week, and it wasn't 8 points. I do apologise. Sorry, mate. I was doing this last minute. Didn't get a chance to change it. Nonto leads. He got 11 points. So that was his punt last week. A really good option. Well done. Thank you for your contribution there, Evie. This week, I don't know what his ownership is right now. I was going to check it. When he sent it to me yesterday, it was 9.9% of the time. And the rules are it's got to be less than 10%. Mahrez makes his differential punt this game week. Right, it's time to focus on my team now. And what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Not that. Oh, I've just closed. Have I closed it down? That's annoying. That's really annoying. Right, you have to bear with me a second, boys and girls. New window. We got me recent. See if I can get me. Drag that one in there. Drag that one out. There we go. Let me see if I can get my recently closed 5 tabs. Restore window. That's not helped. Right, there we go. Here's my team. Right. Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Let me make this a little bit smaller. So I get the list on the side. There we go. Right, so I've got 1.3 million in the bank. By the way, how have I been doing in terms of overall rank? I am really pretty happy to say that my game week rank now is at 2.15 million, which those of you who've been watching, I started after the World Cup at 4.8 million. So I've had a great return, if you like. As you can see in the Second Chance League, I'm currently 285k, which is just an indication of how I've done since the games rejoined after the World Cup. So I'm pleased to say it's been green arrow after green arrow on a weekly basis. Apart from the one game week where it was a very, very small red. Very small red, as you can see. There it was, 4.72, sorry, not 4.8, 4.7 million going into game week 17. I see going in 2.15. So a lovely climb up the ranks for me. I'm very happy with it indeed, although I could have done better. But I'm not panicking at this moment in time. I've got 2 transfers because I rolled one last week. Let's have a look at my team and see where my weakness lies. Go on then. This is where you guys, I want you to join in. Let me know what you think the weakness to my... should you wait for the doubles before bench boosting? Not necessarily, mate, because I think the doubles are going to be You tend to play them in your team anyway. Could be a great option, but I just think if you've got, you look at your bench after you've done your team and you think your bench is full of good playing options for that game week, that is a good bench boost game week. If you can get 15 to 20 points off your bench boost, for me, anybody else wants to correct me on that or give their opinion, if you can get more than 15 points on your bench boost, you're happy with that. You've got to be happy with that. Any more than that is an absolute bonus. So no, I don't think it has to be a double game week at all. Unless you've got double game week players on your bench and you're leaving them on there. So it is an option. Right, so we start on 11. So Kepa in goal, I'm happy with him. Trippier, I'm not doing anything with Trippier. Not against Bournemouth anyway. We've already talked about how a good option they are. Lewis, he's predicted by Aritravo to be one of the top scoring defenders for this game week. So I stick with Lewis, and I've been waiting for him to sort of get this solidified place. And a return, White in defence as well. See, I've got Martinelli. I can go Martinelli to Odegaard. Or I could take out one of the Man United boys away at Leeds, which I really don't want to do. I'm tempted to go Martinelli to Odegaard. How long have I got? 2 minutes, right? Sugar. What should I do, guys? Right. Let's go to the transfers page. Now, I hate making decisions last minute. Let me just see who my captaincy is on. In case I get locked out. Captaincy is on Haaland. Vice captaincy is on De Bruyne. Right, we're sticking with that then. So we haven't got time to look at points prediction. Yes, we have. Let's tools. God, this is last minute. Martinelli to Saka, in your opinion. Calvin. Cheers, Calvin. Thanks very much, mate. Bench boost and a double game week for you. Okay. Great advice there then. Thank you very much, sir. Points predictions. Who are we looking at for this game week? Haaland and Nketiah, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Odegaard, Saka, Salah. I can't believe Salah's up there. Surely not. Martinelli, Ramsdale, Grealish. Okay, so those are your big choices. As you can see, 13 points predicted for Haaland, 3 ahead of De Bruyne. So, yes, I'm not going to go and roll the dice with De Bruyne this week. I rolled the dice last week with Fernandes over Rashford, but I'll be sticking with the majority, I think, who will probably go for Haaland. Right, transfers. What have we got left? Oh, God, like just over a minute. Okay, I'm not happy. I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to do this now. I'm bringing in Odegaard. I am. For Martinelli. Am I transferring out a double game week player? See, I can't say goodbye to him. I'm just going to do this before it's too late. Because Martinelli's minutes are limited. There we go. That's done. That's done. Now it's, do I make another transfer? What have I got in the bank? 0.6. Do I bring in an Arsenal defender? Sure to Gabriel. Saliba. Now, United have got this blank. What have I got? 1 minute? Right, yeah, I'm going to bring in Gabriel. These are last minute. Let's do it. Let's do it. I've done it. Oh, I don't know if I got him playing. I've transferred him out and I don't know if I've got him playing. Drama at the last minute in the FPL focus shed has occurred. Technology let me down this morning. I hate making last minute decisions. That's why I called it the breakfast show. It was supposed to be around about 8:30 this morning originally. Right, what did you all do? What choices did you guys make? Did you do anything different last minute? I'm going to hang around for a bit because I was late on. Focal raid, yeah, that'd be great. Have I been raided? I'll take a focal raid. Yeah. I better talk about something good if we're going to get a focal raid. Hello there. Have you all come join in FPL Focal? Welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for coming to join me. We're just having a look. I have had a nightmare in the last few minutes. I transferred Shaw out for Gabriel, clicked Save My Team, and it went to... What did it go to? It went to like that, this screen that you can see here right now. So we shall see, because I've had a great turnaround. Thanks very much, FPL Focal, much appreciated. I've had a great turnaround from the since the World Cup. Focal sent me happy days. Hey Paul, did Martinelli? Let's have a look, see if I can see any comments here. Focal sends his regards. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. What's up? While you're here, do give us a like, give us a subscribe. That'd be very much appreciated. I really would. Up the toffees. Yes, Cameron. Yes, Cameron, that's it, mate. Now, are Liverpool going to win this weekend? Hey? Monday Night Football? I don't think so. I think I'm going to be totally honest and put my neck on the line and say the mighty Everton and Diceball is going to set Anfield alight on Monday night. Tony or me? For me, Tony. Everyone like, that's brilliant. Reece James is a good pick. I think so, mate. But we missed the deadline now. We've missed the deadline. All the best. Thanks very much, everybody. I've never seen anything quite like this on my stream before. While you're here, do subscribe. Ask me anything. Ask me anything. I'll have a look at the comments. 0-0 Aritravo. Hey, mate, you have to pay for Super Chat at this rate, mate. I did see that comment. It's got 0-0 written all over it, hasn't it, to be fair? It really has. Which game is everybody else looking forward to the most this weekend? I don't remember the last time I looked forward to a Merseyside derby. I really don't. But seeing as we beat Arsenal last weekend and Liverpool got beat 3-0 by Wolves last weekend, I'm up for our chances. What a legend. I'll take it. Do subscribe and join the league because we do league analysis. We have a look and we have team of the week. We've had that this morning. Here's what I've gone through. Let me show you what you've missed this morning. Let me bring up the content that you've been missing. I'll show you because I had like a content page at the beginning. I've closed it all down. Right, let me show you on the piece of paper. So you have missed a team review. You've also missed the league update. You've missed the team of the week from a league update. You've missed a league analysis. So if you join the Who Really Loves It League, we find out who really loves it on a weekly basis. Not just that, you get to win the Isle of FPL coveted mug. Yes, you do. Okay, we didn't get to look at elite ownership this morning because we ran out of time. We did have a match-by-match review of Game Week 22. We had I posted it in the comments because I ran out of time. Best fixtures, we've had a quick look. Transfer trends, no. Point prediction, yes. Aritravo's top 3 picks on a weekly basis. Always. Evie's weekly differential punt. Got 11 points last week in Nonto. Where were you? Did you go Nonto? Yeah. My watch list, which I shared. My transfers, which I tried to do last minute. I went Martinelli to Odegaard. And then very, very last second, I went as far as going Luke Shaw to Gabriel. And then Gabriel was on my bench. And then I tried to sub him in. And then the game week ended. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll be gutted. But they have got another double coming up there. I can't think at this minute. Captaincy, I just went with Haaland. We looked at my final team selection, which I didn't actually quite get there. And then we didn't have time for draft review and Q&A. But we did a few Q&As along the way. It's lovely to have this focal raid. I am an Everton fan. Mastaj, big massive hi to you. Man City versus Arsenal next Wednesday. Yes, looking forward to that one too, my friends. Lovely. 80. I think this is the most amount of likes I've ever had. So thank you very, very much. And Roz, who's subscribed, thank you to you too, mate. Any questions out there? Want to know anything about me? I am a massive Blue. I'm a massive Evertonian. I love my football. I'm currently, for the first time, probably in my FPL career, have no Everton players in my team. Although I am watching now Jordan Pickford. I think he is a great option from my Blues. Are you a woolly back? Yes, I am. I'm Welsh, if that's what you're calling a woolly back. I live on the Wirral, so I sort of just about live on Merseyside. Can we see your team? Any way to show? Let's have a look. Is it available? It won't be in there. Up to stats. Can we see it on Premier Fantasy Tools? Let's have a look. I don't think so. Once it closes down, everything goes and updates, I think. Team analyzer. Analyze my team. Let's have a look then. See if we can see it from last game week. New subscriber. Thanks very much, mate. You're thinking of Almiron to Iwobi. Any thoughts? The only thing I'd say is Iwobi, as of last game week, played out on the wing. Now, previously for Everton, he's not been a very good winger. However, there's not a masses of amounts of choice. He has played well at right wing back. He does seem to want to come in and play this cross that's almost a perfect sort of curling cross all the time. Very different to Dwight Gale, who's aiming for an area. He gets the ball forward and he just gets his foot round it. Do you know what I mean? Iwobi almost looks, it's the Arsenal in it, isn't it? He wants that perfect pass at the end there. So I'm not going there yet, and I'm the biggest Blue tinted specs for me. If you look at Everton at the moment, it's the back line. Maybe next live. Yes, mate. Thanks very much. What do you do for a living? Nothing. I am currently out of work because due to health reasons, been diagnosed fibromyalgia earlier in the year, and I've just struggled with a number of different jobs. So yeah, no, I look after my two young girls, 4 and 7, and take them to school on a daily basis, do what I can around the house. My wife works full time, and I try and come and do this when the health allows me. Not that I like to go on about it too much, but that's why I don't work. But I am a retired. God, I don't work anymore, but I ran hotels for a living, so I've got a sort of business, sort of like money background, and I'm also a trained, qualified primary school mathematics specialist. So that's my background, if you like. Keep it up, sub now, that's it, keep subbing, guys. Dwight McNeil, yeah, what did I say? Don't know what I said, Toby. Yeah, mate, oh, no worries, I'm fine, I'm cracking on with it. Yeah, no, I don't even like to mention it. It's just because somebody asks. So, Villa supporter, thanks, mate. You've just subscribed due to the support of Beta supporting Everton. Mate, I tell you what, this is why I play FPL, because of Everton. That's absolutely right. Yeah, let's get it right. Yeah, they've let us down. But, again, another new manager. I am hopeful that actually Sean Dyche's a manager I didn't want. Could actually be the best thing to happen to Everton in years. Certainly since David Moyes walked through the door. Let's get this lad 200 likes. Thanks very much, AJ Buster. Do appreciate that. Like I say, the link to the league is in the description below. How many subs am I on? Let me have a look. See if I can see it here. Interesting. What's going on? How much has it increased? Got to be appreciative to Mr. Focal, giving his shout out. 270 subscribers. Thank you very much, everyone. That's gone mental. That's given me a right boost, because this morning, I'm going to be honest with you, I had some technical issues. Yeah, things falling apart. Aritravo will tell you, I was almost in tears. We had echo and everything going on with the mic reverb, and it was just, I was almost at a point where I just wanted to stop doing this morning. But you guys joining me, FPL Focal, I owe you a big thank you, giving me a little boost today. Thank you. Right, let's go back to the... I've clicked off the thing here. I don't want my YouTube creator studies. Where's me comments gone? Where's me comments gone? I need to go to my studio, do I? I can see him on the screen there. 6 more likes, guys and girls. Yes, it is okay to open up about your truck. Absolutely. Absolutely. I just don't want to A, bore everybody, or B, just go on about it, basically. But thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. My FPL total points this season. Did it open up here? Team Analyzer, get started. Couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. But my rank basically was terrible going before the World Cup. I went out at 4.7 million. I'm currently... I just want my team. Unless if you want to go into any team, is it? Is it just thinking? Don't know, mate. Don't know. I just don't think you can find anything once it's up and running. It's not reset yet, has it? Let's have a look. I'm desperate to know. Maybe I'll stick around because I'm desperate to know. Did he make it into my starting 11, Ben White? I hope he did. I hope he did. Guna from the island of Trinidad, sent by Focal. Good to have you on board, Bindra. Thank you very much for joining, mate. Hi from South Africa, Sogan. Lovely to have you. You're boring no one. Cheers, mate. My rank after game week 20 was 3 million. After game week 22, it's 1.6 million. Brilliant, mate. It just goes to show you can make a difference in a couple of game weeks. I was 4.7. I'm currently 2.1 going into this game week, and hopefully on the upward trajectory. Lots of bad decisions early season. Didn't do me well whatsoever. Is this I think I might stick around. Get yourselves a brew. If you haven't joined the league, now's the time, because you can win your own one of these cups. Yeah, it looks just like that. That is for the winner of the Who Really Loves It League. This season, which is my league, which we can't see at the moment. Code is pdvblm, if I remember rightly. 2 more needed. Thanks, Abdullah. Any more questions? Let's have a look. Let me go back to go live. Where's the stream? Because I normally have the streams up on a separate page where I can read your... 1 more to go. Nice one, John. There we go. 98 likes. Can't believe that. I've got your back. I mean, will Patterson be fit for double game week 25, you reckon? I think so. I do think so. He's back in training. It was FPL Focal posted yesterday. Let's have a look at his tweets. He is the guy to have sent us here. I know, because it came up on my phone and I was looking at it all day long. This is my Twitter account. FPL lives, he loves it. I'm not massive on Twitter all the time, to be honest with you. But if we go to my notifications, there was a photograph. There it is. Nathan Patterson. Back on the training pitch, the hard yards. Everton twittered him, back soon. So I think without doubt he's back for game week 25, mate. Certainly for me, if he's on your bench and it's not causing you any major problems, then it's a case of just hold on to him for a little bit longer. Because I think the defence at 3.9, you know, there's nothing to worry about there. 100 likes for my video. Thank you very much, everybody. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough. You keep him, Patterson. Hope he plays. No problem. 100 likes. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Any more questions? I'm going to stick around. Keep refreshing this to see what my team was. Is it not ready now? No, it's not. Takes too long, this, doesn't it? I don't know what they get up to. Has anybody sent me any teams or anything like that? Let's have a look at my notifications. Apologies if you did. Oh, I've had a follow from Pedro. Let's try again. Yeah, that's the one, mate. You liked it. And Gay, I don't know if Gay, if you've joined me on the stream this morning, lovely to know if you're there. Absolutely. Got some good work to do. Okay, then off you go. See you soon. Take care. Like I say, I'm just sticking around now to see what happens with my team. See what's in the comments. You come across as a really nice bloke. Cheers, David. I try my best, mate. That's why I call myself Livesy Loves It, because who loves you? Livesy loves you. Yeah, don't forget it. 102 likes. Cheers, I Clark. Hope you subscribe, mate. Much appreciated. What do you think of Chelsea? I think Chelsea are on their way back. I think it's a slow burner, a bit like Graham Potter, to be honest with you. He's a grower, you know, a little bit more. But I think he's methodical. I think he'll take his time. He's not going to panic. And he'll get what he wants out of this team. He did it at Brighton for a period of time. He got that job at Chelsea. And I think if the fans back him, I think he'll do all right. I do. They've got loads of players. They just need... The only thing I worry about there is they've got too many players. The squad's too big. I think come the summer... They need to offload a lot of players. So, you know, I think that's what they're doing. That, you know, similar to Forest, they're accumulating, sorting out, you know, the best players that they've got for their team. And I think there'll be a fire sale at Forest next summer. And I think there will be at Chelsea as well. Because there's just too many. You can't keep that many players happy. That is also important. You went ballsy and captain Saka. You certainly did, Milenko. I did that last week with Fernandez. Didn't work out. Wasn't a catastrophe. Only lost 8 points, but it's firmly on Haaland this game week. Quality content, 102 likes. Thank you very much. I've read that. What do you think of Chelsea? Not in terms of FPL. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I think. I think next season they'll be title contenders basically, but this season they're a work in progress. Right, has this refreshed yet? Let's have a look. I don't know if he's started in my team. Still can't tell. Any questions? This is, by the way, if you're new here, this isn't in my house. This is my outdoor shed. If I go back to the... if I go to this screen, you'll see the shed door is just... Where's my mouse gone? I think the music might disappear. Yeah. Here's the shed door. And here is outside. Let the light in. So, in the house. And my girls and my wife at this moment in time. I said I'd be there just after 11. But seeing as I got raided by FPL Focal, it's worth staying on. Seeing as there's lots of you here. Let's go back. Get the music on in the background. There we go. What about that guitar on the wall behind you? This one here, you mean? Mate, this was handmade. Look at the back of it. All burnt. Hand. Oh, it was an old guitar, restored. All burnt in. It's as smooth as a baby's backside. It's beautiful, isn't it, mate? Made by my very good friend, Mr. Reinberg. Design at the end there. Yes, I love it. Thank you very much for your appreciation, my friend. There's only one of them in the world. Followed you on Twitter as well. Cheers, Pav. It's a pretty good corner. Got the vibe. Yeah, I like my mood. In here, I come in here basically for a bit of peace and quiet. I used to smoke, so this was basically it was my smoking shed. I don't smoke anymore. I'm on the vape. So basically that's how it started. I come in here to smoke because once I had children, couldn't smoke in the house. 7-year-old now, and then that's just developed over time into I painted the walls. I put carpet down. I put a table in here. I brought my computer outside. I bought a webcam. Bought a microphone for like making music with. I have promised an FPL song. It is coming. My head's not been quite right, gonna be totally honest. But yeah, let's have a look. Has this still not reviewed? I'll be gutted if that's happened because it was a bit late. But that's what I get. It's my own fault. Last minute. Just had a couple of glitches as we go. Let's have a look at the fixtures. Can we see the fixtures? If we go onto the Premier League page. What's the early kick-off? Which games have we got coming up now? João Felix on the watch list. Let's click on matches. So we've got West Ham, Chelsea. Any early team news on those yet? Interested to see if João Felix starts. I'm sure he will. He looked great when he played last time. Arsenal up against Brentford at 3 o'clock. See, I've got to wait till Monday night for football this week. Tell you what we'll do. Okay, we'll do a stream straight after. Okay? I promise. Stream straight after for the game week update. Felix starts, does he, mate? Interesting to watch. Interesting watch this then. Going into next game week. What and when do you usually stream? See, I'm trying to sort of like tie it down. I'm trying to do 3 streams a week. That's the sort of aim. But all these double game weeks, they sort of, I don't know, the way my head works. I've almost got to wait for the game week to be over. But then I had to go and do something the day following the game week. I was too tired at night to be doing a stream. So basically, my advice is hit the notification button. I like to do a pre-deadline stream. That's pretty much a guaranteed. I want to do one basically as soon after the game week finishes as possible. One in the middle somewhere, and that'll be like the big review where we talk about the games. I want to do one that's in the middle somewhere, which is like my team selection, my thoughts for my team, pretty much straight after the first one, to be honest with you. And then the idea, this is in an ideal world, you know, if it's a week, they're a week apart. And then basically one just before the deadline, so either the day before, once the press conferences have been, and it's time, and basically all the information we need is available to be making our transfers. That's what I intend to do, mate. I'm going Almiron to Chelsea, have plenty in the bank. Mount Mudrick, Felix, who? I think we need to watch this game week, Milenko. And I think it could well be Mudrick. I'm not sure. Is Felix as a forward in this game? I think he might be. Are we refreshed yet? Do let me know if the game comes back up. Felix back. Didn't realise. Wishing you a good game week and health, mate. Excited for this week. Good, mate. Good, mate. Wishing you all the best as well. Abdullah, what do you think of the Sancho's time off? I think with fixtures congestion for top club, it could be common for coaches to put their players on such a schedule to enhance their mental health. I think mental health is absolutely massive in football, bigger than it's ever been, as it is across the world. Let's be honest, and understanding how to deal with stress, how to deal with anxiety. Even when you know you're dealing with it, it can creep up on you. But having those tools, your own little toolkit for dealing with stress, even if it's just a simple deep breath on 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, let it go, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold your breath, 1, 2, 3, 4, in again. That's a good one. You know, if you're just joining and you want a way to calm down, that's something I can do sometimes, like hold, hold. So that's a good one for calming down. If you need to, as you can tell, I get a little bit excited sometimes. So what do I think? I think it's good he's been given that time off, and he certainly seems to benefit from that, and that goal will have done him the world of good, the absolute world of good. I'm convinced of it. He's on my watch list now, so I think he is a player that could come to the fore for Manchester United on the running. To be honest with you, if Liverpool recovers, I'm going Almiron to Liverpool, I guess. Yeah, we just haven't got long, have we, for them to recover? We've been saying that all season. How long do we keep thinking they're going to recover? Yeah, what always helped me is not taking life seriously. Lovely advance, Milenko. A small rock hurtling around a star. We sure are. We sure are. I try to think of basically drop my ego, stop worrying. I don't know how this has ended up here, but it has. I try to stop worrying about how I portray to others, about my identity, if you like, and just try to be just who I want to be and who I am, and just let that be my identity, if that makes sense. Certainly don't want anybody, try not to build up my own image of myself in my mind, letting that ego go. Had a transcendental experience that helped with that, shall we say. Lovely. Right, let's see, has this recovered yet? Can we see who's in my team? No. No. Are the teams out yet? What are we on? 25 past. Let's have a look at Twitter. See if the teams are out. Not seen a team as yet. So look at Chelsea. Nothing on there yet. How do we know Felix starts? This is easy to say when you have a great wife, though. Much harder when not so. Well, luckily for me, yeah, I've got one of them too, Milenko. She's awesome. And if she's watching now, I love you very much. Probably not. You're not going to get this for the next 10 minutes, I think so, mate. Who would you think will go down this season? That's an interesting question. Let's go and have a look at the league. Let's go and have a look at the league. So if we go on to this one here, Premier League. There we go. Oh, league table. Well, I don't think it's going to be Everton now. If you'd have asked me last week before the Arsenal game, I would have probably said Everton. But I think Southampton are going down. They've employed Nathan Jones, who I don't think he's going to last much longer. I don't think his head's in it. I don't think he's capable. I think it's way too much for him. Unfortunately for him, and I wish him all the best with that. Bournemouth, I think those two are on everybody's list. And then it's one from, I suppose, Palace down. And for me, I said Wolves at the beginning of the season, although they've looked a little bit better recently. Wolves, I said at the beginning of the season. Am I changing my mind? Let's see who Leeds get as the manager. I think West Ham and Everton will not be relegated. For me, it's between Leeds and Wolves. Leeds and Wolves, and I think I'd go with Wolves. They've done all right recently. But new manager bounce over. I don't know too much about their manager, to be honest with you, previously. But yeah, I think it's one of Wolves or Leeds. I think it's Wolves' time to go down, to be honest with you. Wolves, I'm going to go with Wolves. Wolves, Bournemouth, Southampton. I said them at the beginning of the season, and I'm going to stick with them at this moment in time. And if it's not Wolves, it'll be Leeds. But definitely, I'd say, my opinion, definitely the other two. I've had a new follower. Let me follow back. Pedro, follow. Thank you very much. As you can see, you do get a follow back with me. James Woods. Happy days, James. Good to have you on board, mate. And DDG. The David De Gea. Thanks very much, mate. Right. Have I got my team yet? Just want to know about Gabriel before we go. No. Back to the comments. Hope Everton stays up and has a great finish to the season. Dyche masterclass versus Arsenal. Certainly was, wasn't it, mate? And Decore out from the cold. I did predict that amongst my friendship groups that I think he might get a start. I did think he might start higher. The way he played, I think very intelligent. He played Garner in the middle, Onana on the left, Decore on the right, or the other way around. They did switch as the game went on. And basically, those two, the big boys, spent a lot of time supporting Calvert-Lewin, certainly after sort of 15, 20 minutes or so. But they'd alternate and the other one would drop in. But it wasn't just those two. Garner did the same, and you'd have an Onana and Decore holding the midfield as well. So it was all three of them, but it was primarily those two stepping forward and joining in the attack. And Onana, actually, I think, is going to be the man that saves Everton this season, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to be Big Don. We just can't get him fit. So I think it's going to be Onana. Wouldn't surprise me to see one of them two playing up top, to be honest with you. Although Morpay was a little bit back to his narky best, which we haven't seen much of at Everton, to be honest with you. Clark, my three to go down this season: Saints, Bournemouth, and maybe Leeds. So we're sort of agreeing there. I think the third one is the hardest one to choose. Anybody under Crystal Palace is still game. So you think Crystal Palace stick up? Yeah, I would include Crystal Palace in that, to be honest with you. Possibly. Maybe not. You think it'll be Nottingham or Leeds? I just think Nottingham has seemed to be stabilising, but could well be, mate. Yeah, mate, Onana played really well. He did. Garner too. And Tark, what a brave-headed goal. Yeah, mate, he's been threatening one of them all season, to be honest with you. But it felt like, as it went in, Dwight McNeil to Tarkowski under Sean Dyche, it felt like it was written in the stars. And when that went in, I honestly, and I've seen a few other, I wasn't worried. It's dead weird, because I watched Everton play, and I just fear we're going to concede. You know, certainly if we were ahead, and certainly to like the league leaders, how we've been playing. But I just don't think. Apart from, I can remember one Trossard attempt on goal, but it was straight at the keeper. Apart from that, there wasn't really much to defend for us, to be honest with you. There really wasn't. So let's have a look. Yeah, mate, Tony played well. Yeah, Paves, do you think it's still a good idea to keep Tony? I think right now is a good idea for this game week and next game week. We can't see what his stats are, can we? Simply because he hasn't returned for a couple of game weeks, and the history of Tony is not return for a few weeks, major haul. With the odd sort of one return here and there, but he can go 3 or 4 game weeks without getting anything, and then a major sort of like double-digit return. So he's due this week or next game week. Mark my words, he's going to get a haul. I think, my opinion, he's getting a return. Dean Henderson will rue his injury with Navas being signed. I think he will, mate. I think he will. I think Navas is into the end of the season on that performance. Mount's benched. Mount has been benched finally for Chelsea. Looks like we've got our teams up, boys and girls. Let's have a look. Not on the live blog. No line at West Ham, Chelsea. There we go. So West Ham, Sufal, Kera, Ogbonna, Agred, Emerson, Rice, Paqueta, Ben Rahman, Bowen, and Antonio. Yeah, this team are too good to go down. And now, as we mentioned earlier in the stream, Paqueta, as the face for West Ham at this moment in time, is their best player, in my opinion. Where's the Chelsea team? Where's the Chelsea team? Don't be like that. So Kepa in goal, brilliant. Badias Shields starts again. Reece James, talked about him on the stream earlier. Thiago Silva's captain, and Cucurella. So it's looking like he's not playing in midfield. Ben Chilwell's still not ready for a start because Cucurella's not been very good, has he? Let's be honest. I think that's a matter of time before Ben Chilwell is in this starting 11. But 4 at the back. Enzo Fernandez, João Felix. I think he'll be playing closer. Madueke gets a start. Mudryk, Loftus-Cheek, and Kai Havertz, who, bless him, he's not a number 9, is he? He works hard, but he's not a number 9. Be nice to see once Chelsea do get a number 9, where he features for this team and how he performs. Or does he just get sold? So that'll be an interesting one in the summer. Or maybe once Broja is back from his injury. So yeah, Mount has been benched, and I think it's long overdue. I agree, actually. Yeah, it was written in the stars, wasn't it? Clark. Chelsea versus West Ham, team news out. James starts, lovely. I need him back in my FPL for my FPL team. Looking forward to Patterson's return. Yes, mate. Yes, mate, £3.9 million bargain. Let's see if Rico Lewis gets his start and he proves to be one as well. You're happy with the lineup of Chelsea? I would be, mate. 4 at the back. Going with Dyche's tactics here, I reckon. Enzo Fernandez, Loftus-Cheek, Madueke in midfield, maybe. 4-5-1. Could be a good game, this. Always is when it's a London derby. Right, let's have a look. Can I see me team again yet? Come on, it's been half an hour. No! As you can see, it's just asking about Tony. He's just been given a double game week in game week 27. So, certainly once this blank is out of the way, definitely an option. Definitely. On to Tony. So Brentford, Brighton, Palace and Southampton. So you're only looking at those two there, aren't you? Brentford and Brighton. So if you're not a Matoma owner, I'm sitting on Matoma for the blank game week. That's why I've took Shaw out today. I wasn't totally sure, if I'm going to be honest. Let's go back to me. Come on, it's got to have done by now. I'm going to get in trouble in a bit for not getting back in the house. Felix is playing in the free role. Is he a forward in FPL? Or is he a midfielder? In my mind, he's a forward. But I could be completely wrong. Come on, show us me team. Does it always take this long? Have a sip of me brew. What's your score prediction for this game then, now the teams are out? Everybody, Chelsea versus West Ham. Sorry, West Ham versus Chelsea. Score prediction. I'm going to predict a West Ham playing 3 at the back. See, the easy option is just to go Chelsea, isn't it? I think Chelsea, bigger club, they're going to win. But it's at West Ham. They've done all right in the last couple of games. Chelsea looking solid. I'm going to go for a draw here. I'm going to go for 1-1. Matoma, his son player rival has him. He's kicking my butt in FPL. Always worse when your rival has him, isn't it, mate? Yeah. I've got him, and my main nemesis also has him. But there we go. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. I try not to focus on other players' teams too much, and just try, certainly where my mini leagues are concerned, and just try and focus on having the best rank possible. Because you end up not bringing players in because they're in other players' teams, I find. I did a lot of that one season. So now I couldn't tell you, really, you know, I've got my mini league where there's 4 of us. I've been in for a number of years, way before this channel. And yeah, I couldn't tell you who's in their teams, to be honest with you. I can tell you a few because we've been chatting a little bit about it, but no, I couldn't tell you who their teams are. I just tried to focus on mine because I made some bad decisions based on it, basically. I'm running out of puff, you know. We're on nearly 2 hours. How long are we on streaming for now? 1.5, oh, just 1.5 hours. I want to see me team. Come on. You went Mahrez instead of Matoma. I hope he comes good this double game week. Yes, mate. Sometimes you've just got to wait in, haven't you? You've just got to wait and see. Hang on. I've kept De Bruyne this week. I saw in Aritravo's team this week. Our team of the week, 128 points. He didn't have De Bruyne, which just made me think maybe I don't need him. But no, it's almost like we've been waiting for him. Almost been waiting for him. Come on, refresh. Any more questions? Anything you want to know about me? My first game, Merseyside, was a Merseyside derby back in the mid-90s. Enjoyed that one. 2-0 at Goodison Park. Off to Goodison Park. I haven't got my tickets yet, but I'm off again soon. Can't really afford it much these days, but we're off to the Tottenham game. Me and my brother. I can't wait for that. What are people's thoughts, actually? Erling Haaland, go on, stick your neck on the line. We've all captained him this week, but he's not been the same Erling Haaland as the beginning of the season, has he? Because Man City haven't been the same Man City. You know, it seems to have been a bit of a fallout. It's not quite there, the team, but we're all still, I'm assuming, most of us still captaining Haaland this game week. Still keeping De Bruyne in our team and still bringing in players like Mahrez because of the double. What are your thoughts on Erling Haaland? I'm still on keep. He's owned by 4 in our league alone. We were just looking at this morning. He is owned by 43 of the 40 teams in our league alone. So for me, that's yeah. I can't bring myself to take him out of the team whatsoever at this moment in time. Great question from I Clark. Who's your all-time favourite player from Everton, mate? The one, the only, Duncan Ferguson, mate. He's given me like moments like, I mean, there's other players I love that come close, but he was there just as I was falling in love with football. Basically, I was a late developer in the football world. I was sort of 15, 16 when I went to my first game back in 1992 up against Liverpool, as I just sort of alluded to there. Tony Cottee playing up front for us at that point in time. But no, when Joe Royle brought in Duncan Ferguson, he just scored some goals that I just absolutely fell in love with him. And I'd love him as manager of our club, if I'm going to be honest with you, because I think it'd be great. Let's see how he does at Forest Green. Maybe I'm wrong, but when I've watched an Everton team play for Everton when he's been the caretaker manager, I've just loved watching us again. Similar to watching, in all honesty, how we played last week up against Deitch, or maybe not necessarily how we played, but I had that feeling. So for me, Big Dunk. Close seconds are, the first ones that spring to my mind: Tim Cahill, Mikel Arteta. God, I love Peter Beagrie back in the day for a short period of time. Andrei Kanchelskis, Super Kevin Campbell. All of these. Big Dave. I call him Big Dave. Bite your legs off, Watson. Picture of him on the wall there. Big Nev. Nearly run him over when I was on it. Well, not me personally. I was on a bus that I'd suddenly brake because Big Nev had run out in front of it in Colwyn Bay once upon a time. He has slipped off a bit. 100% keep though. Yeah, definitely, mate. He has spoiled FPL, but you can't not go with him, can you? Yeah, we have the choice though, mate. Duncan Ferguson, great choice. True Everton legend. Yes, he is, mate. Yes, he is. I'm always like, I've got my number plate, number 9. I'm all about the centre forwards. I'm desperate for Big Dom to be a proper Everton number 9, and I keep wanting him to be, but he could be, but he needs a bit more narc, doesn't he? Let's be honest. He needs a bit more narc about him to be a proper one. Oh, the game's updated. Let's come back to those questions in a moment. Thank you for letting me know. No, Gabriel is at me first sub. Oh, what a waste of a transfer. What a waste of a transfer. Oh, well. 'Tis what it is. 'Tis what it is. He's a great first sub to have, isn't he? Let's see if somebody gets rested this game week. Realistically, it's not going to be any of the double game week players. They're going to play at some point, all of these, I would imagine, over the game week. So I'm looking at, is Rashford rested? Fernandes? Can't see either of them, to be honest with you, with the weaknesses in midfield for Man United. Mitoma's firing on all cylinders. Maybe Trippier's due a rest up against Bournemouth. That might be quite nice. Could happen, but he has been key for them. We'll see. This Disappointed, but there we go. Oh dear indeed, mate. I didn't get Gabrielle on though. There we go. Tis what it is. That's what happens. You have to be a bit better organised, don't you, for these things to happen. Those of you asking about my game week history earlier, this is how it looks. As you can see, started off terrible, got a bit better, and it just, I was chasing. I had a great game week there, obviously, as you can see, but just happens to be the same as everybody else due to the sad passing of our queen. And it just went worse and worse and worse leading up to the World Cup. But then I smashed it in the World Cup. I finished 16,000 in the World Cup. And then since then, I don't know what happened. It's maybe I started to think about it differently because I was playing a slightly different game. But since then, I've had this steady climb. And here I am this week, obviously still on the same game week rank. I almost wish I'd just held that transfer now in defence. I do. Anyway, so yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm on an upward trajectory, which you can tell just by looking at the Second Chance League, 285k this game week. Can we see who's most captained? Can we find that? We know it's Haaland on a double game week. There's no point wasting your time. Right, boys and girls, I'm off to get back to the family. Oh, let's answer these questions first, just before we go. Message from games updated, fine updated, lovely. I started watching football in 2013. Abdullah, brilliant. I just know them as managers. Okay, well, I've got a bit of backlog for all of that for you. I've got a bit of football knowledge in my brain from mid-90s. What's that? 30 years of football that I've been watching. Premier League. Haaland will be just fine, but I do encourage the doublers, the doubters, to sell him. Yes, DZ. He just needs to get that supply back, doesn't he? He's there. They're not playing to his strengths at this moment in time for whatever reason. Thanks for your feedback there, mate. Hi, Nathan. Good to have you on board, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Hope you had a good week. Hope you have a great week this week, mate. I know, Dave laughing at me, Gabrielle. It's the way it goes. Haaland injury and you go 1,000,000 points up. Yeah, if Haaland's injured going into this game week, that would benefit me massively because I've got De Bruyne as my second. What do you and most Everton fans think of Wayne Rooney? I think I would have took him as a manager at Everton when we were looking, to be honest with you. So if that says where I'm at with him, he came back, he got a hat-trick, sort of restored himself a little bit, but dirtied himself with some bad media, let himself go a bit. But what I will say is early Wayne Rooney, he wasn't the same Wayne Rooney that left all them years ago. He was nowhere near as good. The first Wayne Rooney that played for us before he went United, wow, he's one of the best players I've seen play at Goodison Park. You know, in all the years I've been going. You know, there's not been that feeling since, I don't think, of when somebody picks up the ball. I mean, we sang from the terraces, Rooney's going to get you. You know, that's what we sang. You know, that was his song, really. Rooney's going to get you. Rooney's going to get you. La, 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 la. Because we just believed it. Because he was that good. He was that good. And he went on to prove it for Man United, didn't he? You know, and had a fantastic career. So, yeah, I've got no axe to grind with him now. He came back to Everton. He's an Evertonian at heart. Albeit he's a Man United legend. Simple as that. So, yeah, no problems there. Enjoy your day, buddy. See you soon. Yeah, see you next stream. Thanks very much. He's a human being who could kick a ball really well. Great. We'll finish on that. Thanks very much for joining you. Listen, don't forget, I am a lover of FPL. I'm not an expert. I'm only here to offer opinions. You make the choices because I am Livesy loves it. I just loves it. I ain't no expert. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.